Digital burnout is the new burnout, and no one really talks about how exhausting it is to always be reachable, to always have an unread message, an email, a voice message. Even your rest time isn't restful because your brain never actually gets the chance to shut off anymore. We were not built for this kind of constant input. There's no off switch for us anymore. You wake up and you're already behind on the things you need to do. You go to sleep and you're still thinking about everything you didn't get to do.
You ever catch yourself scrolling for hours and then suddenly you realize you just don't feel so good? Like your brain is tired. Your eyelids start to feel heavy, but still you just keep on scrolling. That's not just you showing a lack of discipline. That's your brain's way of screaming for a break. Today we're going to talk about why your brain craves that digital detox, and how constantly being in front of a screen is starting to rewire how we think. It affects how we feel and how we connect with the world around us. Or don't. Welcome back to Voice and Value. And if you're new here, go ahead and get comfy. And take a couple of seconds to thumbs up this video, because today we're discussing the digital detox and why our brains are craving it. I'm talking about our mobile phones, laptops, tablets, smartwatches, TVs, all of it. They're noise machines. Notifications, pings, emails, endless feeds, all fighting for your attention. Yeah, I know they're useful communication tools, but these digital devices are also operating as a whole time bandit in our lives. Our brain was never designed to process that much input all at once. Trust me, I know, because I was born in the 1900s and life was so much more simpler then. But I digress. Now we're flipping from Instagram to TikTok to emails to YouTube, while the brain is out here burning energy like a car in rush hour traffic. That's why you feel mentally exhausted after what was supposed to be just chilling online. And there's a science about it. Every ping and every scroll, it triggers that dopamine, which is our brain's reward chemical. But the more you chase it, the less satisfying it actually becomes. So your brain keeps on shouting more, 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 while at the same time is screaming, stop, I can't take anymore. It's like giving it junk food all day. It tastes good for a second, but eventually it makes you sick. And here's something wild. Studies have shown that just having your phone in the same room raises your stress levels, even if you're not using it. Did you know that? Well, let me tell you why that is. It's because your brain is half alert and is waiting for that next ding or buzz. I'm sorry, but that's not relaxation at all. That's low-level anxiety, and it's on autopilot. Your body keeps pumping out cortisol, that stress hormone. And over time, that ends up messing with your sleep. It can alter your mood and your memory too. That's why after a long day online, you might feel a little bit foggy or irritable, even though you technically did nothing. Our devices make us feel like we're connected. Don't you agree? We're typing in group chats, we're hitting up folks in their DMs and leaving comments, likes, you name it. It's happening nonstop. But truthfully speaking, a lot of that connection is kind of shallow. I'm sorry you had to hear that from me. But I say that because what your brain actually craves is face-to-face interaction. It wants eye contact, voice tones, physical presence. Those things that really matter because they also help release that bonding hormone, oxytocin, in our brain. Oxytocin plays a critical role in social bonding. It's the same chemical that your brain releases after intercourse, after you've climaxed. It promotes feelings of calm, safety, and attachment. Scrolling can't give you that. So what your brain gets instead is a cheap substitute. It's like eating fast food instead of a home-cooked meal. Yeah, you still get full, but it's not very nourishing. A lot of people miss the fact that our brain needs silence. It actually needs boredom. Why is that, Nikki? Because that's when creativity sparks. It's when your memories solidify. And it's also when problem solving actually kicks in. But when was the last time you were bored? When we experience boredom, most of us will grab the phone the second there's a pause. We could be in line at the store, sitting at a red light, or even walking down the street. Present company not excluded. So in essence, your brain never gets that downtime during your waking hours. It's like a singer who never rests their voice. Eventually they're going to get hoarse, right? Well, that's what your brain is like on constant screens. It's exhausted. It's hoarse. And it's begging you to just chill. I mean, for real, for real. How do you know if your brain is crying out for a digital detox? Well, I have a few helpful signs that can help you figure it out. For one, you can't sit still without reaching for your phone. You scroll before bed and wake up still tired. You feel anxious when you can't check your recent notifications. Your attention span feels shorter than it used to. And you're less patient, more irritable, and always on full mentally. If that sounds like you, I think your brain is already waving that white flag. Do yourself a favor and take action. And what do I mean by take action? First, I want to clear up the fact that a digital detox does not mean throwing your phone in a lake or just disappearing off the grid. Come on now. We're not taking drastic measures like that. A digital detox is about giving your brain intentional rest. And what that might look like is this. No screens for the first hour after you wake up. Instead, use that time to shower, brush your teeth, sip on a nice hot cup of coffee or tea. Pick out an outfit for the day. Do your hair or makeup, but don't even look at your digital devices. Charge your phone outside the bedroom. This is where out of sight, out of mind comes into play. There are a lot of things better that can be happening in your bedroom besides scrolling on your phone or texting. You might even find that you can get to sleep much faster and more peacefully because your brain will be in rest mode. Schedule one screen-free day a week. As a content creator, I know this can be very challenging, but if you can't sacrifice an entire day, reach for half a day. 12 hours to be exact of no digital devices. It'll feel awkward at first, but soon it'll become part of your routine. Maybe you can't do it once a week, maybe once or twice a month. Take a walk outside without headphones or music. Let it be just you and your thoughts. Now, I'm suggesting this more for actual walks outside than on the treadmill. It helps to be more alert when you're outdoors anyway, so you can not only just enjoy the scenery, but you're a lot safer when you're actually paying attention to your surroundings. Now, that treadmill walk, whether you're at home or at the gym, it might feel long and treacherous without music or at least a TV playing in the background. Digital detox is less about punishment and it's more about creating balance in your life. Think of it as letting your brain breathe. When you give your brain some breathing room, the changes you'll discover are powerful. Your focus sharpens. You can read, work, and even think a lot more clearly. Your stress lowers. That cortisol drops when you're not glued to a screen. Your sleep improves because your brain isn't overstimulated before going to bed. Your creativity returns. You start having new ideas instead of recycled trends. And your relationships deepen. And that's because you'll become more present with people in real life. So your brain's not just craving for a break, it thrives when it finally gets one. At the end of the day, your devices are powerful tools. They're not evil. But your brain wasn't built for constant stimulation. And that's why it's literally screaming for silence. It needs rest occasionally. So the next time you feel drained after a scroll session, don't beat yourself up about it. Just recognize it as your brain's way of saying, I need a detox. Even 10 minutes of screen-free silence can start resetting your mental balance. And over time, those small breaks will add up to a healthier mind. You'll gain more peace and real connection with the world around you. Now, before I go, I have one question for you. What's one thing that you could do today to give your brain a break? I want you to think about that and leave your answer in the comments. I love to hear how you plan to detox. Even if it's just a baby step, it's still a start, right? If this video hit home for you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Voice and Value if you haven't already done so. And remember this, your brain is powerful, but even the strongest engine needs rest. Give your brain the silence it's asking for.
So I said this on a live the other day. I said, look, I've been around since before cell phones. And it made me start to think, some of y'all really don't know what it was like to be around and live without the cell phone. And let me tell you, I'm grateful. It's so much. I would have probably like 20 million followers for the craziness, for the young times, for the stuff that y'all did not see before the cell phones. Okay, so here we go. When we didn't have cell phones, and say you were trying to get to an interview, or say you had a job interview or going to work for the first time and you didn't know how to get to the address, we had this thing that some of y'all don't even know about called the yellow pages. The yellow pages, okay? The yellow pages, and a phone book. That you had to go in, find the phone number for the place, call the place, get the address, and then you know what else we didn't have? We didn't have Google Maps or anything like that for our phones, for our cars or anything. So child, we had this thing called MapQuest, and that wasn't even around in the beginning. That you would have to look up the address before you got in your car or whatever public transportation. You had to look everything up first, write down that address, then go, okay, make a left on this, make a right on this, and write every piece of direction down, and then get in the car. And if you missed the exit or anything, you was just like, Lord, now I gotta get back and I gotta turn around. Y'all have no idea. Y'all should be thanking us. Y'all should be thanking us for all of the stuff that we went through before y'all got here. And then if you was doing public transportation, you had to be paying attention, because that's the only way you're going to get there. You got to be making sure you don't miss an exit or anything, because you can't call nobody. You can't call people to say, hey, I'm running late. Hey, the train stopped. So you can't call your boss. You can't call a first date. You can't call nobody. You are on your own trying to figure out things. Some of y'all wouldn't survive. Some of y'all wouldn't survive.
Hello. Hey, what's up?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.